What's going on, everybody? This is Jay with J.August Media, and today we are coming to you to talk to you about do's and don'ts of client photography. Number one, make sure you have a game plan before you show up to the session. Usually you discuss this over the phone with the client. You go over the locations, what they're going to wear, and overall theme of the shoot. You don't want to show up at the location on the day of the shoot and ask your client, hey, so what do you want to do today? No, that's a big no-no. And the second, you never want to ever tell the client, hey, I just want you to kind of like do your own thing. I'm just going to grab some photos. That is extremely unprofessional. You're the professional. They hired you to lead the session. You make sure that you have creative control and you're moving the session along effectively for the client to make it an overall great experience for them. Number two is always make sure that you give positive feedback. I can't tell you enough how many times that standing in front of this camera right now brings so much anxiety to so many people. Yes, I'm getting used to it, but there are so many people that I come into contact with that they are never in front of the camera. So positive feedback from the other side is always going to encourage them because that will bring really great images later on and when you're delivering them out. Another thing that you want to do is if you notice that they're doing anything negative as far as giving unflattering poses, you don't want to just call that out like, hey, that looks really bad. No. Give them slight bumps and positive feedback to get them in the desirable position that you want them to be in. By doing this, especially with couples, it makes it a lot easier for them to flow into their natural positions that they just automatically go to on a daily basis, and they might not even know it. You're just bringing that out by the positive feedback and just by nudging them just a little bit to make sure they get into that position that you want. Number three, and this by far is huge, stop looking in the back of your camera after every shot. Yes, take a shot. Make sure your exposure and your focus is nailed. And after that, continue to shoot those images without looking at the back of the camera. If you have a mirrorless camera, the benefit of that is you can actually see the shot within the viewfinder. But the minute you take that camera away from your eye and you're looking down at it, the client on the other side is automatically thinking, am I doing a good job? And especially if there's an awkward pause, that right there is going to make them think that, oh man, I don't know if this is going well. Oh man, I hope that I'm doing great. And it could possibly bring them a certain level of anxiety for this shoot. What you want to do is after you're done with that particular portion of the shoot, then you scroll through the images to make sure that your composition is right and make sure that you don't have that many closed eyes and you have enough images to move on to the next location or to the next portion of your session. So again, it makes them think that they're doing wrong, and from their perspective, it makes them think that you have no idea what you're doing. Be confident and take those images. Number four is always think 2 to 3 steps ahead. I'm talking about shots ahead. If you're taking a shot right now, you should already have 2 of them lined up right after this shot. If you're moving from one location to the next, you want to make sure that you scan effectively, scan quickly, and you already know where you're going to move on for the next shot after the shot that you're currently taking is finished. That moves the session along so swiftly, so effectively, and it actually brings a great experience for your clients because they feel that they're not wasting time, especially if they're busy. Everything that you possibly could think about, just make sure you're already there before you even get to that. It's going to really boost the confidence of your clients, and also it's going to give you some really great images as well. And this by far, I really think this is the biggest one, is setting expectations. And I do it 3 ways. Number one, I do it during the booking email to let them know, hey, Mr. Jones, I'm so glad that you booked with me. Just letting you know after these images are taken, you can expect a gallery link within 2 to 2.5 weeks after the session. I can't wait to see it. And during the session, when you're taking the photos, you say, oh, Mr. Jones, these images are looking great. I can't wait for you to get these back in 2 to 3 weeks after the session. I said 2 to 3 weeks, and I meant to say 2 to 2.5 weeks. Look at that. Got to set that expectation. And lastly, once the session is done, you want to make sure that you tell them one more time, hey, it was a pleasure, Mr. Jones. So excited that we had this shoot today. Hey, just as a reminder, you should expect your gallery link within 2 to 2.5 weeks after this session. If you don't set expectations and you just have your client willy-nilly hanging on a string, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get blown up. Your emails are going to go out of control. You're going to get a ton of phone calls, and you're going to get a ton of texts asking, hey, when can I expect these images? Any word on those images? You don't want to live like that, especially when you have multiple clients that you're dealing with. Again, my name is Jay with J.August Media. I am a photographer and videographer out of the Atlanta area. Please make sure that you subscribe, to like, and also ring that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop more videos just like this with anything pertaining to the photo and video and social media space. But until then, I want you to keep those cameras clicking. Till next time.